Hey everyone, Professor Rex here, and welcome to week 2 of our class. I am sorry that I am just putting this video out there. This was supposed to be posted obviously at the beginning of the week, which was on Monday, and now we are going into Tuesday in just about an hour. For some reason, my video file would not upload. It would not even show up on my computer. I don't know why, because I record on my phone with my ring light every single time, but it is what it is. So I am re-recording tonight after realizing that it is just not going to work. So anyways, I kind of wanted to just touch base with you guys. Like I said, I really wanted to make a video for you guys once a week so you guys can get a little bit of face-to-face interaction, since it is a little bit weird that we don't get to see each other in person. Why am I out of breath? I don't know. So anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're kind of diving into for this week. So I'm going to be peeking here at module 2 because I just got done building out our last module, so I don't want to get confused here. So module 2. So we're talking about growing up in the digital era, and you'll notice that the article that I have selected for this week's reading is literally titled Growing Up Digital, Wired for Distraction. So most of us have a cell phone with us at all times. I have one right here. I have my laptop right here, right? I usually have my laptop and I have my desktop next to each other with my cell phone next to it with my Apple iWatch on. We literally have mobile devices or just devices for everything these days. Like the article states, I mean, there's literally a digital platform for almost everything we do, right? For me, I know when I'm really busy and in a crunch, instead of going to the grocery store because I know I need to pick up quickly, what do? I go on to Walmart.com and order on their, what is it called? Their pickup, right? So I order everything online. I never once have to interact with anybody. I just order what I want to eat, order the things that I need for my house. I tell them when I'm on my way, I park, they load up my car, I leave, right? Very, very minimal human interaction, right? And it really is a convenience for a lot of us. I know for me, my life is sometimes so crazy busy that I literally can't even fathom fitting in anything else. And so I'm grateful for having these digitalized or digitized, whatever the word is, for these types of things. But we can't forget that there's a different side to it, right? There's a side of it where we so easily become distracted, right? I know after I read this article, I really started to pay attention to the little things that I do, the different ways that I'm distracted on a daily basis, primarily focusing on how I'm distracted when I'm using a cell phone, my laptop, or my computer, right? So I noticed this the other day when I was at the office. And for those of you who don't know, I own a digital marketing company. So I was at the office and I was working on one of my clients' websites, and my husband called. So I answered my husband's call, and he was just asking how my day was going. And as he's talking to me, I hear my client's text tone. And so thinking, not thinking actually at all, I put his call on speaker, and I immediately checked the text message from my client. And I begin to text my client back as my husband's talking to me, and as I'm also on my laptop, and also as I have my desktop in front of me where I'm also working. Now, we can look at this as multitasking, but on the flip side, we should also acknowledge that it is a form of distraction, right? Rather than paying full attention to my husband's conversation and giving him the minute of time that he just wanted to ask how my day was, I decided that I could do multiple things. I decided that I could pick up my client's call, or pick up my client's text, open it, learn what my client needed, use my computer to find the answer that my client needed, text my client back, all while I'm trying to have this conversation with my husband. Now, I'm usually really good at multitasking, but when it comes to human interaction, that distraction is far different than if you're distracted from, let's say doing the dishes, you get distracted by doing something, right? My husband was able to tell that I was busy. He could tell that I was distracted because of the way that the devices I was using have caused me to be distracted. And he called me out on it, right? I was talking to him and I was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, you didn't hear anything I said. And I was like, yes, I did. He's like, what'd I say? And I was like, you asked how my day was. And he's like, and then I said, I don't know. To be honest, I was texting so-and-so back. I was distracted. It brought me immediately back to this article that I read, and I felt guilty, but at the same time, I was happy that now I'm able to notice it, right? And I think that while this era is great because we are able to multitask, we cannot just be blind to the fact that it can also be really distracting. Now, another thing that I've also noticed in my own personal life is the distraction upon waking up, right? I've recently been changing this actually due to planning this class because I have had to just kind of like tune into the things that I do that I'm also writing and reading about all the time. And I know the first thing for me is I wake up, I immediately have my phone. My phone's not in here right now, obviously, because it's recording. I have my phone next to my bed. I pick up my phone. I immediately open my email. I see, okay, are there any urgent matters for my clients? Then I go to my Canvas. Are there any urgent emails for my students? No. Then I'll go to Instagram, right? I'm already distracted. Rather than getting up, going to make my espresso, sitting outside with my dogs as I respond to a couple emails, right? I'm immediately on Instagram scrolling. And then I run out of things to read on Instagram, so I switch over to Facebook and I scroll through Facebook, and then I switch over to Snapchat and I scroll through Snapchat, not scroll, but click through Snapchat, and nothing, right? In that short amount of time, I have been distracted for about, let's say, 15-20 minutes, right? I have been distracted from my duties as a person who needs to get up, get moving, get my mind right, get my routine going, and then maybe go on and do some social media, right? I'm immediately distracted. And that's kind of what this week is about. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we have literally been wired for distraction. As somebody who's grown up, I don't remember what generation I am. I'm the generation right before millennials. I grew up with the internet, right? I mean, I grew up when we had dial-up internet, which is crazy to think. And now it's just become so fast-paced that it's so easy to be distracted, and it's immediate gratification, right? We post a picture, people like it. It's immediate gratification. We post something on our Facebook timeline, and people start to immediately respond to it. It's self-satisfying, and it's also a really quick way to gauge what people think about you, or what people feel about what you said, or people's opinions towards a matter that's important to you that you're talking about, right? And while that's all great and it's amazing that we have the ability to do that, it can also be extremely distracting. I know for me, when I was in grad school, I was working on my master's dissertation, which was like, I don't know, 20 pages long or something like that at the very beginning of it, and then it grew to like 100-something pages. There would be times in the library where I would be working on my paper, and then I would just, okay, I'm bored, I'd pick up Facebook and distraction, and then I'd go down this rabbit hole, and then this rabbit hole, and then this rabbit hole, right? We have literally been wired for this immediate gratification that causes us to continue scrolling, that causes us to continue looking deeper and reading more about whatever we're finding on the internet. And that is why Facebook and Instagram have become so profitable. As somebody who owns a digital marketing company, I have to be very aware of social media use, because I have to apply it for my to my clients' campaigns so that they can make more money, right? And Facebook and Instagram have it down. They are capitalizing on our ability to be distracted. I don't know if ability is the right word, but our I don't know what the word would be for that. Just the way we are so easily distracted, right? They're capitalizing on it, which is fine, because it, again, has its great advantages for a lot of us. But keep this in mind as you are going through this module, as you're reading the material, as you're answering and responding, and you're listening to these interview answers from whoever you're interviewing. Keep in mind that the distractions are not always bad, right? There's a lot of really healthy distractions, like maybe you see one of your best friends that you forgot, their birthday pops up on your timeline, and oh shoot, I got distracted, but yeah, hey, happy birthday, right? That's a really, really great way to be distracted. But then there's also the bad ways to be distracted, like when you have a final paper that's due and you're distracted and you're scrolling on Facebook and Instagram, right? Or some of us are at work and we're on Facebook and Instagram, right? It's so easy to be distracted. So Anyways, I have made this video way too long, and I'm not gonna redo it. Sometimes I redo my videos if I feel like I've gone on for like on these tangents, but you know what? We're gonna keep it raw today. We're gonna keep it real. So I hope you guys enjoyed this class so far. I hope you guys are really kind of tuning into the way you feel and think about these topics that I'm kind of bringing forth through these articles. And I just really hope that this is more than just an English class for you guys. I really hope that you guys are taking the content into consideration and you're really internalizing it, because it's important for us to remain aware of the things that we do every day and the things that we're surrounded by every day. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys for being so awesome. You guys had an amazing first week. I actually didn't have to drop anybody from the course because everybody responded, and that makes me the happiest. So have a great week, guys. I look forward to reading all of your assignments for those of you who are working on them. Some people have actually already submitted them. So thank you guys and have a great week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.